Hi everybody, welcome to my class of image processing. This is Professor Chang of Bugyeong National University. Today we are going to talk about document analysis. So we are about to finish. Now here we are doing document recognition, and the next 2 weeks, after studying 2 more weeks, we are going to close this class. According to our study plan, we were about to study these 4 topics, but we already studied on the online character recognition, and the document segmentation is going to be included in today's topic, and I'm going to talk about object recognition next week. Okay, and let's talk about the document analysis. So maybe this is the first time for you to hear about document analysis. The document analysis or document recognition is to analyze and understand the contents of the documents. So let's assume there is a document like this. So here, when I say the document it is a scanned paper, scanned document. So here, document analysis or document recognition is you can simply understand that this is about to convert your scanned image document into the Word format of document, or HWP in Korea. HW Hangul is pretty popular in Korea. So in Korea, most cases, document recognition is converting the complicated document into HWP document. Or if you are using MS Word or other word processing program software, then you want to convert the document image into that format of electric file. Okay, so when you see this, let's assume that you have to make a document by yourself, with your hand. Like if you just open your word processing software and you have to type everything and you need to draw every figures, then it takes a lot of time, right? So if it is done automatically, then it's going to be a lot of help for you. Okay, so let's talk about the procedure of document recognition. So I already told you that the concept of the document recognition, it is just converting an image document into editable electric file. So then that is simple, but if you look at inside, then it's not that simple, because there are many steps, many things to do, many programs to implement it to achieve this goal. So let's check one by one and each step by step. So first of all, you have to make a noise remover algorithm, and then because there are some noises, it is not just a PDF document which is generated by computer inside, but this is a scanned document, so there could be some noises because of the scanner or many other problems. Okay, then we can do paper alignment and blah 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 blah, and then finally we can get the editable document. So let's check one by one. Okay, first one is the noise remover. I already told you that documents can be easily degraded. Maybe you drop coffee, or it is the papers degraded by moisture, sunlight, sparks, or many other things. It can be easily, real paper is easily degraded by many problems. This noise can be removed at the beginning of the document analysis, because if you do the image recognition without this noise remover, then it can be it can cause some accuracy problems in the later steps. So you have to first remove these noises. So there are several solutions. The easiest way is, and first you can think about the noise remover, is the frequency-based filtering, like a high-pass filter or low-pass filter, or Fourier transform, wavelet transform. Such algorithms can remove some pepper noises, like the noises in the spot. Like if you look at this old document, then you will see there are many noise here, many spots and points, and also there are some big area of different color. Okay, so if you do the frequency-based filtering, you can remove some small noises, like pepper noises, but it is difficult to remove these big areas. So if you want to remove this area, and then you need to apply the adaptive binarization. The binarization is removing all the other colors, but except the black and white. So if it is more like black, then it's we just think that is the character regions, and the other, if it's not likely black, then we just assume that is paper region. So in this case, we can say that these areas are the paper area, but it is pretty dark. So if we just apply the binarization, then these areas are easily considered as the all character regions. So, but if you want to remove this area from the character region, then you can apply the adaptive binarization. Then you can check the contrast inside of every region. Then you can say, we can know these areas are backgrounds, and some areas inside there are characters. That is the adaptive binarization. I do not want to explain all the algorithms inside. It takes a lot of time. So if you are interested, then you can search in Google, then you can find it easily. And another thing is you may just apply the character recognition directly just after the frequency-based filtering. Then you just try to find some areas, so which is the character area and which is not. So in this way, doing the character recognition directly is utilized recently, because the deep learning techniques of recognizing the specific area is getting improved in recent case. Okay, then you see, then we removed noise. Our goal is this, and you finished the first step. The second step is the paper alignment. Because the scanned documents are often rotated, because your scanner is not perfect. So if you wanted to scan the document without any rotation, but there are some problem with your hand, or sometimes scanners rotate documents during the rotating documents slightly during the scanning procedure. So how can you solve this problem? Is the histogram, color histogram. You can calculate the color histogram horizontally. Okay, let me explain this algorithm a little bit more. Let's assume this is the document you scanned. So document say, hi, this is a sample document, blah, blah, blah. And when you calculate the color histogram horizontally, then you get this result. Okay, what's this? This is the number of pixels for line by line. So here, you count number of pixels here. Okay, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, there are some pixels, many pixels. And you may get lots of pixels when there is text, and when there is no text in the between the text lines, then you may get 0 pixels. So this graph is high when the text appeared, and this becomes low when there is only space, white spaces, and it is repeated. So this is normal when the document is scanned correctly. But when the document is scanned slightly rotated, then when you check the number of pixels, number of black pixels, then you get some like spaces. You also can get some spaces, like you see there is a line here, and you see there is no black pixels on this line, but this area where the black pixel does not exist is very narrow. So when you calculate the histogram, then the graph becomes like this. Okay, so this area becomes very narrow. So when you calculate the color histogram as rotating the document, then it is not very difficult. It's not that difficult to find the best fit of the document, because in the best position, then the white area is going to be the biggest. Okay, understand? Wish you to understand. Okay, so that was the paper alignment. So let's move to the next step. This is the compound segmentation. So in one document, in many cases, document is composed of many different components, like header, footer. There's no footer here, but there could be footer and body, and there are figures, captions of figures, and text. Okay, normal text, and equations and tables. There is no table in this document, but sorry, sometimes there is a table. So what you have to do before the character recognition in the document analysis or document recognition is to divide group by group. So, okay, this group is the figure. Okay, this group is the normal text. This is the equation. So you have to separate group by group. Otherwise, it's going to be very difficult to recognize the inside of the groups, inside of the contents. So, because the recognition approaches are very different for the equations, or for the normal text, or for the figures. So we need to know whether this is the figure, or tables, or the normal text. Okay, so then how can you solve this problem? And we have to, there's many solutions, many methods. You can search Google and you can find many algorithms. But most cases, we can say that they do the feature calculation. So feature calculation is, okay, there are how many pixels, and whether there is colors or not, and how many pixels of blacks and white, how is the ratio. So many other features can be calculated. So that is the way how we can do. And using this feature, then you can apply many other pattern recognition algorithms, machine learnings, You can apply deep learning, SVN, KNN, or like a conventional ANNs. And many other methods can be applied, like random forest, so on. I do not want to explain the detail of the pattern recognition algorithms, but this is a pretty general algorithm, so you can find the information easily. Okay, then we can move on to the character recognition. So I grouped the character recognition and font recognition together. This is because they are pretty simple, not simple, they are pretty similar. So the character recognition case I already explained with the previous video, so you can watch the character recognition contents in my channel. Okay, and in the character recognition should be applied for the figures as well, not only the normal text, because in the figure there could be some text like labels, captions could be included in the figure, so we need to separate them. And okay, these are the text area, and this is just normal figure images. So then we can put, when you are converting the image into the elected document, editable document, then you can put the image and you can assign the text onto the image. So that is how we can do. So yes, that is the character recognition. And after character recognition in the character level, then we can apply the error correction procedure using the grammar check. So in many cases, sometimes there is errors. There are some errors. Okay, this is the character. The word was the character CHARACTER, but maybe the the character T was not here. Character T could be misrecognized as F. It is possible. Then this word becomes very weird, isn't it? Carry for, right? Then, because there is no such word, then if you check the grammar or word spelling, then you can find that okay, it was misrecognized. So we can correct the misrecognized character. Or you can also check the context of sentences. This is going to be more complicated procedure, but if you have some if you have some algorithms and the rules for our natural language, then you can apply this step. Okay, then the next step, which is another thing is necessary is font recognition. The font recognition is required because in one document, sometimes different fonts are often used. This is actually my paper. I wrote this paper several years ago, and in this paper, you see there are different fonts. Okay, this title is different, and the contents, text are different, and even there are italic fonts. And captions also different. So, and some italic fonts or bold fonts are included as well. So if you want to convert the original document correctly into the electric document, then electric editable document, then you need to recognize the font as well. Okay, then you can move on to the table and figure recognition. Tables exist inside, and table recognition could be a difficult job when there are not enough lines. You see this table, okay, I'm at this table, and you see there are the lines, there are horizontal lines here, 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 but there is no vertical lines at all. and in some cases horizontal lines are also missing. Okay, so in that case it is difficult to recognize these are the tables. Okay, and also you need to you need to check the cell area. Okay, this is the cell starts. This is one cell and this is another cell, and you see there is some 3 cells are merged together, and here as well. So this is something you have to do in the table recognition. And after recognizing the cell information, then you can put the text inside. The text could be recognized by the character recognition procedure before, so you can you may just put the recognized character inside the table cells. Okay, then we can move on to the figure recognition. Figure recognition, you may think the figure recognition is pretty simple because this is just the image, so you may just crop the image, original image, then just save it. Yeah, it could be done in that way, but if we want to recognize all the characters inside of the graph, like there are some labels and titles, okay, tick labels, legends, okay, there are many text. So maybe you want to convert this text into the electric format, editable format. So if then you need to separate the image regions and the text regions, then you may apply the different approaches. Okay, image region, just crop and save it, and text region, and do not put into the image, and just recognize the characters and put the characters and put that sentences onto the image. Okay, we are about to finish. This is the equation recognition. Okay, equation recognition is pretty different to the character recognition because it has some structures. Okay, you see there are fractions. Okay, fractions and font size could be different. And here you see this digit, sensitivity and digit font size are different, and this digit, this word digit is at the lower position of the sensitivity. So there is some structures inside these equations. So you have to first recognize those structures first, and then we can apply the text recognition after that. Okay, that's all. And I explained all the procedures of the document analysis, document recognition. So we talked about the noise removal and paper alignment, component segmentation, character recognition, and font recognition. And you got the table and figure recognition. And after equation recognition, you get the editable document you may get. So of course you have to, you need to create another software to create a PDF, editable PDF or the Word format, but because that is the area of programming, not the algorithm, so I just want to skip those areas. So in the view of the algorithm, so these are the procedures needed for the document recognition. So I close today's lecture, and thank you for listening, and see you next week. Bye bye.